There was another executive order issued last week, and this one relates to the choke point 2.0, the debanking issue. So it's called the Guaranteeing Fair Banking for All Americans executive order. And it was framed by Trump as a personal matter, basically, because Trump posits that him and his family were debanked for political reasons, which is probably true. And anyway, that's how it was framed. But it does outline a few important things. One is it targets politicized and unlawful debanking, and it specifically removes reputational risk from regulatory guidance. So banks should no longer be allowed to not give you a bank account because it might hurt their reputation. And it also puts forth a path for remedying past instances, including of debanking, including potentially levying fines against banks who debanked people for like political reasons. Then it also implements restating of affected clients. So if you were debanked, according to this EO, the bank has to like give you an opportunity to be banked again. As with the other EO, regulators have like 180 days to sort of get their cards in order here and figure out what to do. And so that means the agencies will be conducting reviews, potentially amending guidance. And the real thing that actually needs to happen here if we're going to eventually ever end this debanking, and so we had Operation Choke Point 1.0, then 2.0, which was kind of mostly against crypto. There's going to be a third choke point at some point unless actual legislation comes in place, is my opinion.
Well, just to that point, Graham, I've heard Choke Point 3.0 might already be underway now. I am skeptical of this whole EO. I kind of rolled my eyes when I saw this. To me, it's like putting your thumb in a leak in a dam. What's that famous story? But anyway, so fine. They close these loopholes, but when the government wants to do some nefarious stuff, they're going to find a way. This is, I don't know. This just doesn't seem like, this just seems kind of like pandering
Petty.
and just like well, not even petty, but like, look, we're fixing things, and fine,
Yeah.
I guess so. You're fixing this, but there's not going to be any way to stop the government from finding another little avenue to do another choke point. So I don't know. Skeptical.
Yeah. With the financial system having so much insight into everyone's life, the potential for abuse is just so high, and it's unlikely that this is going to stop unless actual decentralized money becomes the norm, which you know one can dream.
Yeah, I mean that, or you have like a high trust society where citizens become part of the government and they don't want to screw over other parts of their other citizens. That could also be a path, but maybe that's behind us.